Watch on mobile devices or the big screen. All for free. No subscription required. Download Beely now.
Two Deutsche Bahn railway technicians who had been doing maintenance near the bridge would be killed instantly when car number 4 came hurtling toward them at 200 kilometers per hour. The back of the third wagon went onto a different rail, and then it derailed, and the back of the wagon hit the bridge pylon, and it began to collapse. The fourth wagon was able to come under the bridge, and then the bridge collapsed onto wagon 5, destroying it completely. Then the other wagons just piled up against the bridge.
Dann die anderen Wagen haben sich dann vor der Brücke zusammengeschoben.
The front power car, which had detached from the rest of the train, coasted for another 3 kilometers until coming to a stop just past Eschede railway station. Residents in the tiny town just 130 kilometers south of Hamburg had no idea what was happening just south of their normally quiet and tidy German village. Andreas Effinghausen was one of the first police officers to arrive at the bridge from Celle.
Und als wir dann dort ankamen,
as I came into town, I stopped the car and got out to go on foot, and that's when I saw that the bridge was completely down. So I went down along the embankment by the bridge, and I saw the train, and a whole wagon had been split open. And as I looked around, I thought, what am I going to do here? I just had no idea what to do next.
Dann habe ich da erstmal gestanden und war völlig fassungslos. Ich wusste gar nicht, was ich machen sollte.
Once I came to this sudden halt and was lying there. I was totally pinned, and my leg was pinned, and I couldn't move. I could only cry out and hope that someone found me.
Es war allerdings nicht zu hören, es war absolute Ruhe.
You couldn't hear anything. There was complete silence, not a sound. So I went down around the train and I simply called out, "Hello?" And Udo Bauch answered me.
Udo Bauch mir geantwortet.
Hello, hello, is anyone there? He yelled. And I heard it, and I tried to pull myself up and say, yes, my name is Ugo Bauch, please help me.
The local fire chief, Gerd Backerberg, immediately began to organize the emergency response.
Ja, das
The disaster site was about 500, 600 meters total, since the first 5 wagons had come under the bridge, and the others were all piled on top of each other along the track. One wagon was lying beneath the destroyed bridge, and all the others were folded up like an accordion in front of the bridge.
eine Ziehharmonika vor der Brücke aufgetürmt dann.
An hour and a half later, the district government had declared a civil state of emergency. Immediately after the train derailment on June 3rd, 1998, more than 100 rescue workers from around the region were dispatched to the scene, and within hours, more than 1,800 personnel had arrived. Edvard Hüls was the emergency room physician on duty in the nearby city of Celle and immediately rushed to the disaster site to help.
The first thing I thought as I was standing there was, what am I even going to do here? It is a question one asks oneself. You suddenly understand what it means when you have an education as a nursing assistant, and then suddenly your skills are going to be needed in a way that you could never have ever predicted or imagined.
A nearby hall was turned into an emergency triage center and makeshift morgue as rescuers feverishly tried to extract the living from the wreckage.
Weil der Zug in großen Teilen gar nicht eindringbar war.
The train was impenetrable due to the windows and the doors. This was a basic problem we had from the very beginning. And as a result, we could only treat the patients who we could get to in the very last wagons, put onto stretchers, and then beginning doing triage that was needed.
und eben dann auch behandeln konnten.
Wir haben es zum Schluss aufgegeben. Es war nicht möglich.
We eventually gave up trying to make holes big enough in the doors and windows to get the patients out to be treated. At that point, the fire department helped us. And since the last 6 wagons were all lying next to each other, we were able to access the coaches through the aisles, cutting out the seats as we went through and slowly working from the back toward the front. But it was very difficult.
Hat sich dann von hinten langsam weiter nach vorne gearbeitet, aber es war sehr, sehr aufwendig.
Utter devastation was everywhere. For 20 minutes, rescuers stepped gingerly around live railway electrical cables carrying 15,000 volts. The train cars were horribly mangled, and rescuers struggled to reach the dozens of wounded and dying inside due to the impenetrable windows and doors.
Ja, die Verletzten aus den Waggons.
It was very difficult to get the wounded out of the train, but we were able to get to those we could reach quickly